All right, good morning, everybody. Want to go ahead and say happy Lord's Day. Want to get a video out real quick. There's going to be some new cases coming out from and stuff that going on. You know, I don't know what happened. It was a kid who supposedly that grew up in our neighborhood. Everyone knew. Rumor has it there was some kind of OD or something like that. I'm not sure, but a lot of people are saying it was a fake death. Right? He was wanted for something, or I don't know. But there's going to be a lot of new cases coming out. A lot of things uh, to go through and everything. Summer, I'm not sure, or this winter. But yeah, everyone's interested what happened, you know. But from what everyone's saying, it's fake death or could be. I don't know. Happy Sunday, the Lord's Day. God bless. I got a lot to do today, so I just wanted to come on here and uh, say good morning and what a beautiful day out today. Finally, first good day. I think everything's starting to dry out. We did get a lot of rain. So much rain, everything is green again. So, folks, a lot of these people on YouTube, and we're going to be doing a lot of YouTube cases. We're going to be evaluating these people uh, and giving our portrait on these people, um, and what kind of YouTubers and stuff like that are wanted. You know, and I'm shocked, just as many. Just like the other people, of how many of these, how big of this scam and ring is. So, all in time, right? I'm not rich. I don't get money given to me free or anything, and so I got also work to do, things to take care of. So it's hard to be on internet all the time. When I first got on YouTube, I was on YouTube all the time playing music, but that gets old. It gets boring, right? I do a little bit of everything on this channel, so doing my best. But we're also going to be dipping into a lot of these YouTubers that have been scamming people, even the music channels that have been hacking people's computers. And there are some bad music channels out there and everything. It's just a giant cell, folks. Giant cell. Hold on 1 minute, please. All right. So, what happened to this young man? I don't know. Rumor has it he OD'd. Rumor has it he faked his death. Rumor has it he was a thief or whatever. And I don't know. We'll check into it, see what's up. But the main thing is I hope everybody's doing good on this Sunday morning, God's morning. Lord, thanks for another day. And it is a beautiful morning, though. How long that will last, I'm not. Going through the Brian Kohlberger case. What kind of alibi does he have? And not too much of an alibi. And I'm going to be doing a thing uh, on the deaths of these kids by their own family. which is very disturbing how we're seeing parents killing their own children and doing bad things to them. That is very disturbing in America. And like I said, folks, this is something that's in third world countries, right? Where these parents they kill their children or whatever it may be, and it's very disturbing. And it's something that is usually in another country, but we're starting to find that stuff that happens in these other countries are starting to leach into America. And now you got parents killing their own children and abusing their own children. And well, you know me, I look into everything. When I go forward, I usually check into stuff. And is it some kind of a spell, a curse uh, that was brought from another country here? Is it our own country, and our own civilians and citizens that are dabbling in this evil, you know, doing bad things, selling their souls to the devil or whatever you want to call it? So that's very interesting. It's always been like this, but not as bad. We really just didn't have crap like this on TV when I was a kid, right? You have to remember, I was born in '68. Uh, by the time I was 3, 4, 5, I was already watching TV and stuff like that, and music, and so there wasn't a lot of this crap on TV when I was growing up. We current era, right? Peace, love, and everybody got along with each other. There was fights, but nothing like what's going on today. We were raised to, if you had a problem with somebody, you boxed them or wrestled them or fought them, whatever. But today, they just they go for the gun. Very deadly situation, and which has led America to be one of the top leading countries in crime. And a lot of people are like, you know, how can it's the greatest country in the world? How can the crime be worse than other countries, third world countries that are? Well, it's because it's not reported. Right? It's a corrupt country. It don't get reported what's happening. Are people still dropping like flies? Yes. Are they going to report it? No. They already reported the CV thing, and people went crazy and right, all crazy nuts and everything. So uh, they're not telling you folks the truth, right? Then it's too far gone. So all these cases going on, all this stuff going on in America, and if we overlook it, well, it'll take this country over like a plague, like a pandemic, which it already has. Whatever they've been feeding them people, or putting in the water, or spraying in their drugs, or whatever they're doing, has caused them to absolutely go cuckoo. I want to say it's the devil, but a lot of people are saying, well, you're crazy. It's not real. That's how the devil's been getting away with a lot of stuff. I like the people that say it's a conspiracy, or the ones that blame you and say you're a conspiracy theorist. And then we have to open up the books, and we got to go back and show these people all the conspiracies that have been done to people, conspiracies to kill people, conspiracies to overthrow a government. That's been going on in America. People they'd flip out. We're dealing with the devil, folks, right? He plays mind games with us, whatever. Is it as bad as some of us think it is. Yes, sure is. And this is what happens when you have a country with open borders. You get all their mad men, you get all the mad women. They're crazy psychos that their country don't want because they're crazy psychos. So what do? They come to America. Now you got a whole country of madmen and women. And there ain't nothing anyone can do about it, right? You got to hunker down. You got to defend yourself and your family, right? The corruption is so deep in America, it's unreal. The scams, the fake photos, the fake videos, and all these crime cases that these people just photo opt and, you know, screwed with people's heads and everything. That's why I don't use people's crap or photo op shit, right? But it's a serious problem. And I understand how some people are wanting to shut things down and start going through this country before it gets too crazy. Right? I can see why. I can see why. Right? I didn't write the Bible. I didn't write the rules. I didn't make these people make the videos that they did. I didn't make the world do what they did. Good morning, Kiki Man. Good morning, Lay Low and Chill. So if it's true we're dealing with witches, demons, and the devil, you might as well kiss America goodbye, folks, because some of us have obligations to the Lord and to the American citizens and to our country. God bless America and God bless our patriots. And if it wasn't for us patriots, this country would have already been sacked 20 times more. But we're doing our best we can on a disability pension or whatever you want to call it. Hey, I'm here to tell you this world, this business, organization, whatever you want to call it, ran me through the ringer. Right? Made a lot of money off me. So believe me when I say, if you're getting into the business, make sure you have a good lawyer and a good security team. And you got to shoot first, ask questions later, because they will rip you off every penny they can get. They'll send vampires, leeches, women. They'll do anything to implicate, to to get across enemy lines, to infiltrate and weave their. It's all about money. If you got enough money, you could buy a cop. Once you buy that cop, well, then you could go ahead and arrest people you want arrested or not arrest people or whatever. Same thing with politics. You buy yourself a judge, you're in. Buy yourself a congressman, right? And you got no problems, folks. It's corrupt. We're trying to tell you, folks, they're going to burn it down. You understand? I don't think you folks do. I really don't. It's too far gone, folks. You're going to see more mass killings, massive deaths. They can't stop it. It's the purging of America. Right? No one could stop it. We wish we could, but we can't. So, What do? Not much. Just try and survive as long as you can. Now, I'm a witness to America and its Nazism. It's racism, it's Nazism, it's segregation, it's slavery. Even white men are slaves today. So, uh, what's going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. I got a good feeling they're going to do what they've been talking. They're going to burn it down, man. They're going to burn it down. It's gone bad, folks. All the other countries have agreed, come together, and we shouldn't be at war with Russia right now. That screwed us. That cost us a lot of money. We shouldn't be arguing with China right now. That's costing us a lot of money. We should have been working as a unit. Right? We should have been working together. But they can't. So we need someone in there that can negotiate, a good negotiator. Someone that knows how to smooth, give the people what they want, right? Compromise. People can't today, they're headstrong. They're headstrong. Very headstrong. I don't think Logan Chill says Trump. I don't think Trump's going to get in there this time, dude. I think before election year even comes around here, there'll probably be more charges against him. Yeah, who knows? Right? We're going to go with Bobby Kennedy if he runs for president. And he's the only one that knew the situation, right? They got, why are these people doing what they're doing? Right? And Bobby Kennedy came out and said, how about we start with you took their food away from them? You know, how about that? You're starving them out. These are all war tactics and war maneuvers and everything. You starve them out, deny their health care. So if we do go with anybody, it'll probably be Bobby. Not, like I said, we might go with Trump if Trump runs. But I've been watching a lot of this stuff on Trump, and they're saying that they're going to be hitting him with more charges. And once you get so much crap going on, he ain't going to be able to get in there. They won't let him. He might be the popular vote, but popular votes don't win. And these people are all actors anyways. They're all actors. Biden, Trump. They're all actors. Show business within the media, within the movie stars, rock stars, and all that. So it's all connected. It's a giant terrorist cell. I know. Even the professionals are going, how did we miss this? I don't know how you guys missed. Probably because you were blinded by the devil. The fake Messiah. Oh, you look good right now, but you won't. You won't pretty soon. You'll see it was just you sold your souls to the devil, I guess. I don't know. It's like that Aerosmith song, right? They keep telling lies and their face keeps getting clearer. Right? They keep looking more beautiful the more lies they tell. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? I'll tell you who does know. God. He knows everything. Right? So, like I said, we're going to be working on these cases with some of these people. And they, you know what? Some of these people, they're shit. Well, I belong to this organ. I belong to this. I know these people. It don't matter, folks. Who you know, what organization you belong to, right? It don't matter if if um, if the government is watching you or want you, they'll come get you. Right? It's a system that is broke, and we need to fix the system. And we got so many people faking their deaths. I even killed myself on my video. People were calling, "What happened?" Nothing. I'm just doing a movie, right? Just just doing a movie thing, skit. That's what YouTube is about. Creators and all kinds of stuff, right? So we're not sure what's going on. We'll get to the bottom of it. Is it corrupt? I imagine so. That's why they're wanted. I imagine so. And you know, it's horrible. But the power went out here yesterday, and I was listening to the Indiana channel on the situation that Indiana is in and America's in and the people are in, and they tried to blame it on the people thrusting themselves into poverty, and I was like, that's a line of crack, right? They're smoking a bunch of crack, right? Uh, these people uh, had disabilities. Um, they were forced into poverty. They had to get rid of all their stuff. They're not allowed to have so much money in the bank. You're not allowed to have any possessions, right? To be on this health care plan, Medicaid, Medicare. That is killing millions that they've turned into a weapon. Yeah, nobody. Are you? That's what I don't get is the ideology that these people thrust themselves into. Poverty is a joke. Some of these people had a home. Some of these people had vehicles, land. But in order to get covered and be on that insurance, you are not allowed to have anything. So then people had to get rid of everything, and most of them didn't. What they did was put all their stuff in other people's names, all their cars, their house, their land, their trucks. Some of them used their head. Some of us thought it was the rule. So we had to get rid of everything in order to get on this healthcare plan that is the greatest healthcare plan in the world. We keep hearing that as people are dying like flies. So what they did was they created the poverty. They keep us there. If you do get a job, uh, they take away your benefits. So thus for the people got smart, right? They're like, I'm not going to get rid of all my stuff for your crappy ass healthcare plan. So what they did was put everything in other people's names, much like a corrupt organization does. They put things in other people's names, so it shows that they don't own nothing. Right? Some of the richest men in the world did stuff like that. They put everything in other people's names. Therefore, they show nothing. Right? And it is a scam. You are right about that, Mr. Trump. Right? It is a scam. It's horrible what's going on. Some of us are calling it the fleecing of America, wiping America out and its people. So we'll find out what happened to David Carroll. All the rumors going on back home in Illinois. I don't know. These people lie through their teeth. Most of them were wanted, and that they faked their deaths. Right? We've seen it on YouTube too. Some of these YouTubers that were in the Delphi case uh, that were suspects. Right? What they do? They ended up changing the names of their YouTube channels. And, oh, that guy died. He died. He didn't die. They're lying. It's a big racket, big ring, some kiddie porn. Scamming crew or something. I don't know. Right? It's unbelievable. Right? We're still hunting Nazis down that are alive in America. Right? Yeah. That's crazy, ain't it? Some of them still alive. Nah, what can you do? I do have some things to do today. Almost done throwing a bunch of crap out. And then I'm back to, I gotta get ready for winter, man. Before you know it, winter will be here. I can tell you one thing, folks. Half of this country was dirty Sanchez, meaning they were injected with poison, disease. Didn't kill them right away, but eventually over time they will die. Them folks got dirty Sanchez. And what's sad is it's being covered up. Right? Some sick ass people that live in America, folks. Some really sick ass people. Only if you knew. I can't believe the stats on how many people were injected with that crap. And I'm not talking about CV vaccination. This was not CV vaccination they pumped into them people. So I don't know what they did. Some of them live right around here, and usually that's how they work. When you're sometimes their killers are right around you. Right? People that killed you are right around you. It's like that old mafia saying, keep your friends close and your enemies even closer. Right? So they all been tracked to this area. They all been using phone apps, fake apps. Most of them are CIA, supposedly, right? Which media now is CIA intelligence, right? You got a bunch of CIA workers all over going crazy. I mean, this is getting crazy in America, ain't it? It's more of an espionage country than anything. It's more being ran by a bunch of psychos, right? Now, a lot of people are saying Soros is one of the Nazis from, I don't know, maybe, right? We don't know. I can tell you what, I wish things would get back to normal, but even normal is crazy. This is just something they opened the can of worms and they just can't close it, folks. The word got out, and then you have a president that's on TV saying that they're all corrupt. And conspiring against people and everything. That's happened to me. Excuse me. So do I think it's real? Oh, sure it's real. Is corruption real? Sure is. Did they connect all these people to some YouTube group, gang, organization? Yeah. Yeah, they did. Right? These fools created content that actually caused some of their deaths and one of the biggest stings in the world. Right? Just a bunch of cuckoos. Cocoa Puffs. Now, another thing, people are asking, well, why are these people going crazy? What is going on? Well, the only other suggestion I got is drugs. Maybe they're hallucinating on drugs. Maybe they're smoking too high potency of cannabis. Uh, Maybe the cannabis places are spraying the shit or not doing their job and consistently checking any piece of cannabis that comes into the store for any pesticides, any LSD, uh, any of that stuff they spray. There's LSD, and then there's that horse tranquilizer or whatever they call it that the bikers lace their cannabis with. Maybe these people aren't. Maybe it is, right? Could the cannabis stores be working with the government to drive everybody nuts? I don't know. There's talk about it. I don't know. Maybe. Hell, for all we know, some crazy organization or gang or something got inside the cannabis stores and are swapping out the cannabis with uh, cannabis that's been laced with stuff or something. Maybe. We don't know, right? This is what you got to do. You got to go through everything. But we ain't got the manpower. I know, because you folks wanted your death machines. They wanted to build the war machine. So they cut all these programs that actually were protecting us from disease and right food inspectors and all kinds of inspectors that will come in to make sure the product is good before it goes out the door and nobody's contaminated and nothing's wrong. But they cut all them jobs, folks. They wanted the war machine. They wanted the political war machine, and it actually killed more people than saved. Right? And believe me, I'm a supporter of cannabis. I support medical cannabis and recreational cannabis if you use it respectively, and as long as it's not all contaminated with molds or pesticides or even LSD or anything else that they can spray on cannabis. So it's a concern. It's a problem. This ain't going away, folks. We'll be dealing with this for another 10 years. Right now, we got people saying that the cannabis stores are working with the police or the government or whatever, and people are getting arrested or whatever from other states and everything. So, could these states be working with the states that don't sell cannabis, but yet they have records of people that are coming from out of state to buy medical cannabis or even recreational cannabis and going back to their states where it's not legal? Are these other states turning these people in? I don't know. It could be. It's just a ball of eagle. we got to get rid of this evil, folks. There's only one way to do it. You got to burn it down, and you got to put new laws in place and start over. But then we would have to fight these people that live and thrive on a system that was created in 1776. No, I want to applaud the countries that made, adapted, and they changed their system because it was from a long time ago. And I want to applaud them countries because they see what America is doing. So they've changed their systems. They were like a military group. You overcome and you adapt. You make changes on the fly. And that's some of our greatest equipment and military stuff is military equipment and weaponry that can change when it needs to change. It adapts and overcomes on the fly. It will change shape, form, and move. So I applaud them countries. And they got rid of a system that was built in ancient times that just don't work for these times and these days. America's lagging way down. It consists to roll with the corruption that it's always been and always created. Did we need a war? No. But the warmongers and the war companies that build these machines, they got to test them. And the only way to really test them is in combat ready scenarios and real life stuff. So could we afford a war? No. Do we want a war? Not really. We want to get back to living peacefully and American citizens want to be left alone, right? If people want to be friends with you, they'll be friends with you. If not, then they don't want to be, right? You turn, walk away, find other friends, whatever it may be. But I know this much. As a patriot, as a citizen of the United States, as a long history of family members in the military and friends that now are saying it's a bunch of crap. Oh, is it? Thanks. Hey, you could have told us that a long time ago. You know, as a supporter of this country since I was a child, even me, I find myself now going, this is just a crock of crap. It's almost like a spell, a curse, a brainwashing, chemically. It could be chemically induced brainwashing. It's probably in all the food. It's probably in all the everything. It's probably in everything. I can tell you this. I can tell you this much. This dog I'm babysitting, she's just sitting right here next to me on the couch, just a snoring away. I don't know how this little thing snore. She slept right through that storm the other day. I'm babysitting a dog for a day or two, and I'll be gosh dang if she didn't jump on the couch and just lay here. And she slept right through that storm the other day. Didn't even bother her. I think one time when we had a big thunder, shook the ground, she actually stuck her head up and started growling. But other than that, she's sleeping like a baby right now. She don't even want to be. I've been pampering her, been holding her in my lap and giving her dog treats. And I gave her a little piece of chicken yesterday. I probably shouldn't have, but She was just sitting here watching me, as I was eating my chicken, the big eyes and everything. I was like, all right. Gave her a little piece of chicken. I wish I could sleep through the night like that. Well, I can tell you one thing, Mr. Chris Cornell. You were right about that. It was nothing but these curses, long, winding curses in my head, sir, that these people put on me. Right? When we still live, when we still have people that are using spells and magic and all this crap, cursing people and everything. 1700s, 1800s, or whatever, right? Really, this stuff really wasn't here, right? The Native American Indians were here. Uh, and even they believed in spirits and evil and stuff like that. Maybe they were onto something, right? Maybe they were onto something. But now, like I said, folks, the reason this country is having the problems it's having is because of the open borders. When you got people from all over the country here, and they're here, but they're calling back home to their other countries, right? Relaying info or intel on what America's doing and what's going on. And I'll tell you what, it's an ugly situation. Very ugly situation. Uh, can it be fixed? Not unless you start going through people and getting these people that are here illegally out, and find out what country is uh, invading America with this. Who's running the espionage? What country? Who's doing it? Where are these people coming from? And then you got to shut the borders to that country. Right? Nobody comes here from that country. These are things that they used to do. When we were at war with Japan, nobody was allowed to come here from Japan. When we were at war with Germany, nobody was allowed to come here from Germany. Right? We figured out they were spying. They had more spies over here in America than they did in Germany. So you got to shut the border to whatever country is infiltrating us. But that's how they've been getting away with it, folks. They've been having the illegals come here. They've been saying it's America. The borders will always be open. These people come here. They give them better money than I'm getting, and I worked my whole life. They didn't even serve. Their families didn't even serve in the military, and they get more money, better credit, better housing, and food uh, than me and a lot of other people. So, what is the problem? Well, I don't know. I imagine they're bringing these people over here and telling them, we're going to let you in America. We're going to give you all this, but you're going to vote for this guy, right? What are they doing? They're feeding the cell. They're feeding a cell. They're bringing them over here. They get paid. They vote a certain way. They'll do whatever these politicians tell them to, right? Pretty much. Money. It's all about money. So, who was David Carroll? David Carroll was a kid that grew up in my neighborhood. Uh, Everybody knew him. Right? Supposedly he OD. But there's people out there saying he didn't OD. He was wanted for some. They changed his name and whatever. Who knows, right? I haven't been back in Chicago since I was a young kid. I moved. I got out of there. But I always had people that were around there that I contacted, always knew the info, the intel, what was going on. And you'll believe me, once you leave a neighborhood, that's when the rumors start flying, right? The people that didn't like you, the next thing you know, you're not there to defend yourself. Next, you get all these lies and rumors popping up, and I've seen it for myself in the proof, right? People thought I was dead. Like, no, no. Well, because somebody started a rumor that I was killed or something like that or dead. No, I'm still alive. I'm right here. They wanted me to be dead, right? If I'm dead, they don't have to pay all this money that they owe me, right? It's unbelievable. So, what do I think? Hey, I'm not paid to think anymore. I have a disability. I'm poor. Uh, I've been ran through the ringer. My name's been ran through the ringer. Everything's been ran through the ringer. And am I worried about it? No, I'm not worried about it. Right? I ain't worried about it. Not at all. No. So, what are they going to do? Well, we got to hunt down the truth. That's what we got to find out, right? That's what we got to find out is the truth. Hey, Tennessee Mountaintop, how you doing? Been a while. So, but hey, Johnson's right. You are right. Living in Chicago will create uh, a tough skin, right? There's one thing I don't do that these white boys, or I think they're calling them wiggers or whatever, in this rap thing, are doing wrong, right? I grew up in Illinois, outskirts of Chicago. We actually moved out of the city into the suburbs. Is you don't go into the brothers' neighborhood or anything they created and tell them like these idiots are doing that surely they're going to get their heads beat in. I would imagine. You don't go into the city, into a black neighborhood, African American neighborhood, and tell them how to run it. They built rap from the ground up. When nobody wanted anything to do with it, they continued to build their house. And their house is rap music, right? That is their house. They don't come into rock and roll and tell me how to run things, right? So I give them the credit and I don't go into their neighborhoods and tell them how to run their rap organization, although it's very dangerous. It's not like rock and roll, right? We ain't got wars going on between bands, right? Gunfights and shit like that in rock and roll, right? We just don't do that. We work as a unit. So that's what these guys are doing wrong. That's what they created all this crap and everything and all these wars and crap going on, right? These white boys went into the African Americans rap. They built it and tried to tell them what to do, how they should be doing it, whatever it may be, which is just crazy. But hey, that's why we don't have problems like this in rock and roll, right? Nah, the Slim Shady's hair. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. There he is, Slim Shady himself. I'm getting a whole bunch of hearts popping up and smiley faces. And how's that happening when I'm on YouTube? I'm not on a cell phone. I don't know. Slim Shady's here. It's him himself. It's Marshall himself. I mean, the only one that's ever gone into rap and told them what to do is Eminem. And let me tell you something. Up church, you ain't Eminem. Calhoun, you ain't Eminem. And the rest of you folks that think you're Eminem, you ain't Eminem. There's only one Eminem. There's only one Marshall. I'm the real Slim Shady, won't you shady with the shitty shang chang and the please stand up. I don't know, but it's going to get crazier, folks, because we can tell that the government just cannot phantom it. They can't get a grip on it. They can't get a grip on the madness. They're cutting deals. They're breaking the law. The government's actually breaking the laws. Breaking the laws, breaking the laws, breaking the laws, breaking the laws. Our own government trying to cut deals with madmen, killers. What does that tell you about America? What does that tell you about that when you got government people cutting deals with killers and organizations and gangs? It's unbelievable. These people were the greatest power of the. You're cutting deals with killers. You should be wiping them clean. Nah, well, the politics and the religions and all the street rules and all the madness that they created has finally destroyed a country. Finally, phantom everywhere, disease, people being held in poverty. We got people double dipping. You got people, there ain't nobody going to pay their taxes anymore. Why do you think Joe Biden hired 86,000 IRS agents? Well, because once the word got out that the government don't even pay taxes, I don't think your citizens are going to pay shit to your government. Not a thing. America's being held hostage. And when you got your big dogs on there saying we don't pay taxes. Right? How much did you make? I made 20 million last year. What did you pay in taxes? 500,000. Oh my God. You should have been paying millions. Well, I don't pay tax. It's a loophole. So therefore, I don't think you're going to have a lot of citizens paying their taxes anymore. Not when the government ain't paying theirs. They're taking our money and they're just living hog free off of it. Right? Hog free. And here's the thing, I don't even make enough money to file taxes, but they still get money out of me. Why? Because I gotta live. Anytime you buy anything at the store, anything, you buy anything, there's taxes on it. I am paying taxes even though I don't get no money back. I don't have to claim taxes because I don't make enough money. People are like, you're breaking the law. No, I'm not, you idiots. It states right here, paragraph 4, you have to have this amount of income to file taxes. I'm in poverty. I'm poor. I don't pay taxes. They're not even supposed to be charging people taxes on food in Indiana, but they are now. And the law states it's supposed to be a no tax on food state. But they are. These businesses are taxing people. So either way, the government gets their money from us, even when you don't make enough money. So that's the thing, man. That's the whole thing. It's too far gone, folks. I know it upsets me. It makes me so upset. It's almost like that one guy that was on there crying. How can this be happening to America? It was a matter of time, sir. It was just a matter of time. We were screaming out to you idiots, you got to change the system. It's broke. We were screaming out that this country is being invaded and we are under attack by our own people. Right? We're not having trouble anymore with Iran, Iraq, and these other countries, right? They have proven to us. We told them, hold off. This was all a big a sting and a special forces ops maneuver. We told them, hold off. We want to see what idiots we got in our country. Who is the real terrorist? And our studies worked. We have not been hit by any of these countries, foreign. We're being hit by domestic, these idiots in our own country. And we proved it, folks. We proved it. It wasn't Iran, it wasn't Iraq, it wasn't any of these other terrorist groups. It's these idiots right here in their own country. Domestic terrorists. That means they're in our home. It's our own country. Our own citizens that live here. Right? So what are they doing? Espionage, hacking people's computers, going crazy. It's over with, folks. I'm telling you, I'm giving you about 6 months, and it'll be even worse. It'll even be worse. Oh, let me refill my coffee. You folks talk amongst yourselves. We live in a country where if you don't pay your bills, people send demons and curses and put stuff on you until you pay your bills. Right? This is not. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So we have proven that it is our own country and the people that are in our own country that are the terrorists. We have proven that these people will keep you in poverty, that Nazism is alive and well, slavery is alive and well. We have proven that it is just a bunch of terrorists, a bunch of crazy madmen that they don't want to let go of their power because they know they will either be killed or be imprisoned. all the evil that they covered up. They are cutting deals with your folks' lives like they're God. They've wrecked it for our grandkids and their grandkids. This will be a stain on America for forever, right? This was the biggest invasion into America within its own system. It's woven within our military. They're in our they're in our FBI, they're in our CIA, they're in our citizens. It's everywhere, folks. Well, Slim Shady did say, or one of the people did say, it's the devil's fault. Well, you're right about that. He's been gaining ground in America. But we had to know this was coming because supposedly the America is not in the Bible. You know? So we had a good feeling that Satan would be uh, shacking up in America. I'm drinking coffee, big dog. Coffee. And you know what? It's time for me to turn off the I care switch about my country, about God, about what's going on. Because I'm only one man. And it's too far. So I'm turning off that switch that I care about everything and care about people uh, because it ain't worth it, right? It just ain't worth it. It's too far gone. I mean, I care about people, but some of these people did it themselves. You know, I'm trying to make a movie, a documentary on my channel, and I got people coming here all the time, swatting me. I got cops coming here questioning me about it. I got people that live in my own apartment complex that watch my channel, and every time I say something they don't like, next thing you know, I'm getting harassed or crap is going. I got demons, spirit, curses, people trespassing on me, right? They're doing everything in their power. They stole my face, literally. I walked around here one day and people are like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "I live down the hallway. I've been here 12 years. You don't even look like yourself." No, I don't, right? Some kind of witchery or sorcery or something they're doing, right? They stole everything. Right? Just stole everything. Right? Everyone telling me, "Don't do anything." God knows God will handle it. Well, all right. Let God handle it then. So, what are we dealing with? Pure evil. It's made its way into America. It's shacking up in America. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Right? All these gangs and biker gangs, they all work together, folks. It's more powerful than the United States government, and that's sad. That's sad. A lot of these countries are saying, "Nah, you bitch ass niggas, you can't even, you haven't even become as powerful as your prisons, your gangs." Yeah, the government really made some bad calls, folks. They've made some really bad calls. They made some really bad calls, folks. And that is the truth. Amen to that. So, ain't much we can do. Hang in there. We could use lawyers. We could use, because everything is They got it so, this justice system is so screwed up. You can't even understand half of the crap they're talking about when they write this crap up and everything. You're like, what in the heck is? Why don't you just come out and speak English straight, right? Speak English, not all this crap and lawyer crap talk and everything. What does that mean? Nobody knows what it means, so therefore they go into that courtroom and they ain't got a clue what these people are wanting from them, right? And then they turn around and say, "Oh, well, you should have been a lawyer. You should have went to school." And you idiot, I built the homes you live in. My family worked in the factories that built the shit you people are using. We worked on the roads, skyscrapers, homes. I didn't have time to be a lawyer. And I didn't have 150,000 to go to college. I had a disability at a young age. A mental disability. So, and to top it all off, well, we got a crazy fire going in Canada that's bringing all that smoke right down into America, and people are hacking and dying and can't breathe, and they want people to go out and work and you know and overheat and breathe in smoke. Right? Heart attack. It's almost like it's America better get a grip on things. I'm gonna let you know, America, get a grip. And I ain't just talking about Aerosmith's song "Get a Grip" or record. I'm talking you better get a grip on things, America. Better get a grip on things, or it goes crazy. And it's no wonder they're invading us. It's no wonder they're getting away with attacking us through chemicals and everything like that. Open borders. They should have spent more in border patrol than death machines, right? These folks want death. They want death. That's all they're worried about is more machines to kill, kill, kill. Think of all the money we would have spent if we, or money or lives we, uh, excuse me, all the lives we could have saved if we would have dumped as much money into the killing machine, into our health and saving lives and prolonging lives. Other countries have cure for AIDS, cancer, all kinds of shit. America's going, well, there's 20 years. We'll be right around the corner. 20 more years. We'll have this figured out. You said that in 1972, right? 73. I can remember watching TV as a young kid, and we're right around the corner of solving the cancer and everything. Well, back then, AIDS wasn't out then, right? The AIDS pandemic was being covered up, right? When I was growing up, the main big talk was the cancer and polio, getting vaccinated for polio in school and all that, right? AIDS wasn't on the news until the 80s when they started having these people mysteriously die. And then they figured out, well, we think it's because these people are gay and having sex with each other, same genders. But then it really flipped people's minds out is when people that were not gay, never gay, and they started coming up with it, right? How? Blood transfusions, tattoos, right? Because it was a contagious disease. You didn't even have to have sex to catch it. So, and that boom, and it spread, right? So, this one community of gay people contaminated millions. And I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying it could have been a curse from God. Could have been. It could have been just genetically. That's what happens when the same genders have sex with each other. Is it creates some kind of a disease or something, possibly, right? We were thinking, well, it could be a sexual disease. If men are poking each other in the butt with their penis or whatever, then it could be something like that, some kind of a parasite or a bacteria or something. But they don't listen. They got it all figured out, supposedly. Half of these people were contaminated with blood. Half of them were contaminated with tattoos because back in the 70s, they didn't know that the blood was contaminated, that you can catch it, right? Just from a needle or whatever. So, yeah, it's crazy. Get a grip, America. It's going to be a long winter. It's going to be a cold winter. Ah, I got things to do. And God bless everybody. Is little David Carroll alive? We don't know, right? These people today, they fake their deaths like it's water. We have no idea what these people have done, or whether the connections where they wanted, they faked their deaths, whatever it may be. I'm not sure. I really don't give a crap. But we'll check into it, see what's going on, right? See what's up. Check it out. Chicago's a bad place to live, right? You got to be tough to live in the city or the outskirts in the suburbs of Chicago. You got to be tough, man. You're going to get in fights. You learn to defend yourself first with your fists, with your hands, with your feet, because you're going to get in fights. No, I got stuff to do, low and chill. I got stuff to do today. We're so worried about other countries, we failed to worry about ours, right? How come these countries ain't sending us money instead of us sending them money? How come Israel ain't sending us a bunch of gold? How come Israel ain't sending us a bunch of money? How come Ukraine ain't sending us a bunch of money? Why are we feeding them? Why are we feeding these other countries? We don't get nothing from it. Here's the main thing what our intel is showing and the professionals are saying. We got more Nazis and Italians in America than in Italy and Germany. Why? Because these people ran to America uh, at that time when Italy and Germany were killing Jewish people, I guess. They brought them all over here. I don't know what they did. I don't know if they came here willingly or America said, we will take you folks. And they took them over here. And now we got a bunch of people over here that are racist or killing people or whatever. It's unreal. It's unbelievable. And you look at the stats, you're like, well, what are these? How did this happen? How did we become the harvesting state or country of these people? Most of them were science. Most of them were scientists. They were rocket builders from Germany. Most of them were Italians. Mussolini or whatever his name was at that time was running the show and helping Hitler or whatever. Right? That must have been the muscle. Right? Germany must have had the Italians as some muscle. I don't know. It ain't my job to fix. This has all been proven, documented. It's all in your history books, folks. Right? It's all in your history books. All proven facts. Now, some people are saying America had a hand in it, was actually feeding Germany at that time or supporting them in the backgrounds or whatever. I don't know. I wouldn't doubt, it wouldn't shock me if they were at that time. It wouldn't shock me at all. Right? Not at all. So don't worry, we will get to the bottom of this organization, this corruption in America. The citizens will, right? Now, is Joe Biden's son, Hunter, going to see any jail time? I doubt it. That's why he gave up all them people. That's why he gave up all these organizations, all these biker gangs, all these gang prostitutes or whatever he had, and all the crack smokers and everything. He gave them all up. Right? Will he do any time? Probably not. They destroyed our country. Probably not. They never do, folks. Right? It's only the weak and the poor that end up suffering for this country or that do any time. Right? They want to lock people. They can't even lock up the people that are supposed to be good people, but they're not. Like I said, we are on the front lines here up north in Indiana. We're fighting a war, America. I'm holding ground, baby. I would suggest you start shipping me tanks and my planes and my jets and everything I need. Send me $17 trillion. We're holding ground up here. We'll put you in the ground. You come around here, right? I'm making movies by myself. I ain't got no big political groups or anything supporting me. Right? Now you want to send $17 trillion and a bunch of food to another country. I'm holding ground right up here in north. We're ready to surge down into the south. We're ready to do a lot of shit. Send me 17 trillion. Send me a bunch of food. Now we got to go back to every single child test, every DNA test, every child paternity test. Why? Because they were corrupt. They were rigged tests. I don't have 900 kids. I wasn't married 250 times on Google. Right? So now we got to go through every single child test again to make sure it's their real son. They were corrupt. They were rigging tests. Right? Most of these pricks were in the military, banging women, and then them women, the military guys took off and the women blamed other men for the pregnancy. Here we are stuck paying for all these kids. Right? These pricks are walking around like they're shit. Right? So we're hip to the shit in America, folks. And like I said, we got a lot of work to do in America. You got to go through all these pregnancy tests again. Anything that had anything to do with the government or the courts being testing you, everything's got to be gone through again because it's a proven fact. There is proof of it that the tests were rigged. All that money has got to be paid back to these men that supported kids that weren't their kids. I know you folks think it's a joke. I'm like, this is going to get really ugly in America. Gonna get real ugly. Gonna get really ugly in America, Trump. That's no joke. It's gonna get really ugly. Uh, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, folks. These people are so corrupt. Wachovia Bank and all these people that wrote up fraudulent loans and made it seem like it was going to be a fixed mortgage. And you get the loan papers back and it's a balloon mortgage. There's nothing we could do now. All this shit we got to go through. Right? All this shit we got to go through. All these tests. What the problem was is these women knew that it wasn't their real father. So what they did was they went to these gang banging pricks, these thugs in boots, and some of them were police and cops. And they told lies, saying it was their kids. And before you had to have a court test, these women went out there and had these guys stalked and completely stripped of everything. Illegally, they went to the streets. They went to the streets to try and wreck people's life, to collect child support. And them dudes that were trying to collect that child support for that woman is dead. Now, if you folks want to do things legit, I got no problem with that. But when you go to the streets to try and collect child support for a dude that ain't his kid, it was a justified kill. I'm sorry, folks. But when you're trying to scam people and you end up in the gutter dead, it's a justified kill. So you can keep scamming all you want. You can keep trying to get what you want out of me. It don't matter because in our eyes, everything we are doing is justified, sanctioned under the Lord. We are under God, right? So it's all justified. It was a justified kill, right? Ain't nobody going to jail for it, folks. I'm sorry. It's a justified kill. So I'd suggest that a lot of these people, I suggest America get their butt out of their head or their heads out of their butt. And start cracking the whip in America, tightening the reins on these people. As Uncle Ted said, they're thugs in boots. They got badges, they got everything, right? Well, I can tell American people this much: I don't need no stinking badge. I'm a patriot. And there ain't nothing more powerful than a United States citizen and the patriots around us. Right? I don't know what to tell you, government. I didn't create this mess. I ain't paying for it. I ain't going to prison for it. You created this mess. You open the doors to these people. You let these people scam people. You've taken everything. You use children as a weapon. You use child support. You use children as weapons. You use your healthcare system as a weapon. So don't come crying to me, you pansy ass little crybabies, when your country gets demolished right underneath your noses. Don't come crying to me. I didn't create the mess. I didn't create the gangs. There ain't nobody in my family ever been in any gang. I don't know what to tell you, folks. Government, I don't know what to tell you. Religions, I don't know what to tell you, folks. You created this madhouse. They've caught you folks cutting deals with stone cold terrorists. They've caught this government and these people cutting deals with gang members and all this shit. Corruption, folks. It's evil. If you want the truth, I'll tell you the truth. America is doomed. It can be the greatest fighting machine in the world. But when you come up against God, your machines will be useless. You'll kill yourselves. The Lord will send down that spirit, and this military will kill itself. They'll turn on each other in the military. It was all written in the Bible, folks. It was all written in the Bible. All right, I think I'm done with this little powwow. I got to do some cleaning. Got to run down my little brothers. And I got some stuff to do. I want to thank everyone for watching. Mr. Trump, Johnson, lay low and chill. I want to thank Kiki Eyes or Kiki Man. I want to thank the real Slim Shady. I want to thank the real Slim Shady, Tennessee Mountaintop. All you people out there. No, you know what? I'm just going to say something. Ernie Show, you created your own madness. Benny Keys, you created your own madness. Even now, Griff is creating his own. The real Griff is even creating his own madness. They're all creating their own madness. All these YouTube so-called crime channels or whatever are all creating their own madness. It's sad. It's really sad. But it is true. They create it. Now they can't get out of it. Oh, Ernie Shell is so scared. He can't get out of it. He created this madness. He let other people create his madness. I don't know. We'll make a movie about it, Mr. Shell. We'll make a movie about it. I'm sure it'll make a great movie. Now, you folks have a great night or a great day. I'm sorry. I got some stuff to do. God bless. Amen. Lord, thanks for another day. And Lord, all I can say, God, Jesus, these folks created their own madness. They created their own psychosis. Society is created. America has created a massive group of psychosis madmen. These people are faking their own deaths. These people are writing, stealing movies, scripts. They hang on everything I say. Next thing you know, it'll be all over the silver screen. Hell, I've even heard some of my stuff in Trump's speech. So are they stealing from me? Sure they are. That's what they do, man. That's what Satan does. He comes a creeping like a thief in the night. Well, God bless all you folks. Have a great day. I hope it don't rain today. I need it to dry out. I got some painting to do, which I'll be working on this weekend or this week. So I need some dry weather. It's been raining all this whole weekend. I think it rained yesterday, or no, the day before. And we just had a big storm come through Friday night or Saturday. Saturday night, I think it was. No, wait, Friday night. No, it's Friday night. So got a lot of stuff going on. I'll talk to you folks. Thank everybody for stopping in. Tennessee Mountaintop, Trump, Johnson, Kiki Man, and Slim Shady, and all the rest of you, and all Big Don or Big Dog Status, and all you guys. You folks have a great day. Be safe. God bless everybody. And hunker down. That's all I can say, folks, because it's probably going to get a lot uglier. And start preparing. If you're up north here by me, start preparing for winter. What do you got? 2-3 months? What is it? August? We got September, October. The weather starts changing. Cooler temps, getting cooler. Leaves will start falling and all that. So let's start getting ready for winter. This small little town I live in up here. I know a lot of people are saying, "My God, did you write a Small Town with Jason Aldean?" No, they all watch my channel, folks. That's how they do it. Believe me, I've had a lot of big stars steal my shit. So they listen, they write it down, and I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it if he did steal it. I've been for 12 years. I've been talking about how I live in a little small town and don't be coming into my small town graffiti and shit, and don't be wrecking my shit and stealing my shit. Now all of a sudden Jason Aldean comes out with a song, "This Little Town" or whatever. Yeah, hey, that's what. Hey, YouTube Famous is there. You're a little late. I'm just getting off YouTube Famous, but that's okay. YouTube Famous, if you guys haven't recognized the face, that is the raccoon. That is the raccoon. That's one of them that was on The Great Outdoors with John Candy and Danny Aykroyd and a couple other great actors. That is the raccoon that was in the garbage. Yeah, I saved him. And I also saved a lot of the Wizard of Oz flying monkeys, right? They didn't want to hire them back. They were out of work, right? But I want to thank YouTube Famous. That little raccoon, that was a great movie you were in, dude. The Great Outdoors. That was a great movie. Couldn't get better. John Candy, Dan Aykroyd. Great movie. Now, you folks have a great night. Be safe. YouTube Famous, you stay out of the garbage. You stay out of them garbage dumps. Now, you folks have a great night. Be safe. God bless everybody. Or a great day, I mean. It ain't night yet, although it looks like clouds are coming in. But have a great day. Be safe. God bless everybody. All glory goes to God. Amen.